Hello everyone, I hope you guys are all having a fabulous Monday. Today I'm coming at you with another Minks Monday Q&A, so let's get started. I got quite a bit of questions here, so I might have to break this up into two different Mondays, but we will see where the questions take us. So as I said, let's get going. Okay, so the very first question comes from Sharon NG. Are there certain brands, bags you will never pay retail for? Yes, that would be Burberry, especially because of what I explained in my last video, and I would have to say Gucci as well, because they don't hold, those bags don't tend to hold their value, and I don't know if I could do it. And another I might have to say would be Chloe bags. I really like the leather of the Chloe bags, but same thing, it doesn't hold its value as much as I would like it to. Okay, Karen, would you ever consider getting a Chanel mini flat bag, or is it too similar in size to your walk? Absolutely. I would love to get a mini flat bag. It is kind of similar to the walk, but the walk is a little bit more narrow, and it doesn't, I mean, it fits enough when you're going compact, but I really like the flat bag because it's a little bit wider, so I can fit a little bit more in items such as the Chanel card case that I have. It's a little bit bulkier, so that'd be a lot easier to fit into that bag. Plus, I'd love to have a little sister to go with the jumbo flap that I have up there. Okay, and actually, before I forget, the mini flap bag would probably be the only one that I would get a different color in, possibly a red or a pink. Because I tend to stick to, obviously, black and brown bags. Okay, so L Blush, have you ever thought about being a talk show host? Seems like you are real and a natural. Oh my goodness, that would be a blast. I've never thought about it. I think I'm just, like I said, I come on here and it's very easy for me, but I'm just a naturally chatty Cathy. I will talk to anybody. I will walk in a room full of strangers and I will just start making friends and saying hello. That's just the type of person that I am. But can you imagine having a talk show host? I would have LV addicts on there. I would have Chanel addicts. We would talk about luxury brands. I can't even imagine. And I would be one of those hosts, you guys know who I'm talking about, that would end up having like giveaways. You know how like instead of giving away keys to a brand new car, I'd say, oh, you have a Chanel bag under your seat. Ah. How fun would that be? Have I thought about it? No, not until this moment, but that would be a blast. Okay. Jonathan Posh, what are your thoughts on the new Dora bag? The new Dora bag, if you guys haven't seen it on the website, the best way that I can describe it is a Alma bag and a Speedy kind of like mix matched in together. It's a very nice bag. I absolutely I like how classic, I like how simple it is. I use that in a lot of my descriptions for certain bags just because that's really how I see things. I don't see, oh, that's a pretty bag. Although they are pretty bags, I like to go more with the classic and the simple, elegant look, and the Dora bag is definitely that. Same thing goes for the Fashion Week 14 bags. I really like what Nicolas Ghesquière has done with the entire LV line. He has, in a sense, incorporated the monogram canvas just a tad. He's more leaning towards a exotic leathers and just leathers in general that, you know, we didn't see before, and I really like the direction that it's going. What are your thoughts on celebrating the monogram collection? Who's your favorite designer? For those of you also that don't know, Louis Vuitton actually got with a bunch of I can't talk today for whatever reason. Got with a bunch of designers, and they kind of collaborated, and they took their own interpretation of what the monogram is to them with their lines. And we have Louboutin, Karl Lagerfeld. There's a few others, but I would have to say that of all of the designers, I would say Karl Lagerfeld would be my favorite, just because I like the fact that he is known for chains in his Chanel bags, and I like the fact that he incorporated those chains into the monogram of Louis Vuitton, and I just really like the bag. I like the way that it looks. But as far as the other ones, they're maybe a little too artistic for me. They're not really my cup of tea. I was kind of disappointed in the Louboutin. I was expecting maybe something a little bit different, but then again, I don't know. I haven't physically held the bag and I haven't physically seen it, so I don't really know. But I would have to say Karl Lagerfeld would be my favorite. Plus, he showed some boxing gloves with monogram canvas all over them. Oh my goodness. Talk about fabulous. Those things were awesome. Okay, so Hungarian LV girl. Would you consider buying a monogram LV piece in the future? Oh, yes, I would. That is actually on my wish list. I have been eyeing the Speedy 30 monogram forever. I have been wanting that bag for the longest time. I have, because there's an option that you can go online onto the LV website and kind of, in a way, preview how you would want it to be. Excuse me. Ugh. And it's obviously a special order, so I think it takes 6 to 8 weeks for you to get it. But oh man, I absolutely love it because you can pick the there's two colors that you can pick from on the front, and then you can pick the color of the interior. And I have made up that bag a million times on the website. I have walked in there and I've looked at them, and there's just something holding me back, and I don't know what it is. So in order for me to fully kind of venture into buying that bag and feel comfortable and really get excited about buying the bag, I have to figure out what it is that's holding me back. So I don't know. I love to personalize pretty much everything that I have. Besides my bags, I'm very careful and very select on what I do. But everything else, anybody at work or whoever will tell you, oh my gosh, that's Minnie written all over it, just because I'm constantly personalizing things of my own. So I would definitely love to buy a monogram Speedy 30. Okay, Johanna Lopez, were you ever into Coach, or would you ever buy Michael Kors, or are you just a luxury type of gal? Yes, I used to be obsessed, to the full extent of the word obsessed, with Coach. I think at one point I had either 147 or 148 bags. I could not get enough of them. I literally went off the deep end with those bags, and I sold everything except for 2 bags that I actually hold very near and dear to my heart. But yeah, so there was the introduction to this crazy addicted world that I have. And Michael Kors, would I ever buy Michael Kors? You know, I don't think so. I can appreciate Michael Kors bags, and I know a lot of my girlfriends out there have them and they love them, but I don't necessarily like some of the quality of the bags, and I know you guys are probably going to kill me for it, but I don't know, it just seems kind of they look very similar to other luxury brands, if you know what I'm saying. So that kind of turns me off. I like originality, and I like when designers come out with their own interpretation of a handbag, and I really appreciate that. But when they start looking similar to other brands, that's not really my favorite. Plus, some of the quality isn't there, so probably not. I would probably just stick to the accessories such as watches and jewelry for Michael Kors, because their watches are unbelievable. Okay, so Sarah Megan 4. Do you find yourself browsing the purse forum often? What threads do you like to participate in? Whenever I think about purchasing a new bag, I do a lot of my research on the purse forum. I absolutely love it for one main reason. I like the fact that they are real reviews of real people that have the bag, and they give you the pros and cons of the bag. They're not there to try to sell you a bag. As far as if you were to go into a boutique, obviously the sales associate is going to push you to get that bag because they want to, you know, they want to sell that bag. But as I said before, what I really like about the purse forum, it's just that it's all honest opinions. A lot of people there, I've seen them actually kind of get into it because one person had a different opinion of another bag than someone else did. And I like how honest they are. They really tell you, they show you pictures. If they bought the bag in let's say March, they do an updated picture and they show you the difference of what happened before versus like, is the thread falling apart? Is the rivet coming apart? Is the handle too heavy? So I absolutely recommend the Purse Forum for a future bag, purchase and for references. Because between YouTube and YouTubing just searching every possible video that I can on a bag that I'm really eyeing, and the Purse Forum, those are pretty much the two main components that I utilize when I'm purchasing a new bag. So I would definitely recommend them. And what threads do you like to participate in? There are actually 2 threads that I get notifications from, and that is the price increases for Louis Vuitton and price increases for Louis Vuitton and Chanel, as well as oh my goodness, I just saw it this morning. The fixing repairs, like how much it would be to get something fixed. Just because I want to know, like if something ever happens to my bag, I can go on there and I can kind of browse around and get an idea of how much it would cost me. Because obviously you can't get a real quote on the Purse Forum, especially because you can't call the 1-800 number and say, by the way, something's wrong with my bag. How much will it be? Because they will always tell you 100% of the time, they will tell you to bring in the bag because it is a case-by-case scenario. So those 2 are the ones that I participate in all the time, especially when I can give someone my input of what I have been charged for repairs. Okay, so that was an awesome question. So thank you. LV Lover CC, what are your top 3 items on your wish list? My top 3 items obviously would be the Monogram Speedy 30, a Keepall 55 or maybe 50 in the Damier Ben, and I'm kind of on the fence about possibly maybe wanting a Chanel boy bag, but I don't know. It hasn't, I'm like 75% there that, okay, this is the bag that I want to get, but again, there's something holding me back, and what it is, I don't know. I got to figure that out. Okay, so Joan Megger, I apologize if I totally just butchered your name. How do your friends / workmates and family feel about you being on YouTube, and do they watch you? That's a great question. I would say a handful. Actually, most of my friends know about it. A handful of coworkers know about my channel. And obviously all of my family, well, not all of my family, but my most immediate family, they know about it. My mom will watch me every video. She obviously knows that I upload videos on Mondays and sometimes on Wednesdays, so she will always look out for those, and she will always give me feedback on them. So my mom and my husband watch me no matter what. The minute I upload a video, it gets in their feed and they get to watch it. So those are the only 2 real, I guess, family fans that I have. And the reason why I don't want to share too much of it with my coworkers, as I said before, my coworkers, I get along with most of them. There's a lot of them that pretty much will do anything to ruin your day or to bring you down, and they are very, very, very negative. So I don't want that kind of attention. I get a lot of it from my coworkers. Oh, here you go with your bags again, blah, blah, blah. I literally will be walking by and they'll just say something about my bag. And I don't really entertain the idea of letting them know what I do behind, outside of work, because I don't need someone coming on here and trying to leave nasty comments or you never know, especially in the workplace. I don't like to mix the 2. I like to keep work and YouTube, especially when I have a whole, Instagram and Facebook and all that other stuff where I can communicate with you guys. Because as I said before, and I will say until the end of time, you guys get me and you guys understand me, and there is no judgment. And I love that about this place. So I wish I could say the same about work, but people are always out for themselves. So misery loves company, and that is the honest truth. Okay. Angela L asked my question, what's next on your wish list? Same thing. I'd say probably out of all my wish lists, I would have to go with the Mon Monogram Speedy 30, if not the Keep All. I'm kind of on the fence about those two. But part of me also wants a bag that I don't have, like a bag that I don't have similar in my collection. So I don't know. I've been in there a few times and there hasn't really been something that stood out to me where, you know, I'm just like, I have to have this bag, you know? So it's more like, oh, I like the bag, let me try it on, but it doesn't really stick. Although, even though I said that the Mon Mono Speedy 30 and the Keep All 55 are probably like my next pieces, I really want an Empreinte bag so bad. I know they're going to be heavy. I just absolutely love how plush and how rich the leather is. So, I don't know. Every time I go in there, it's like a mission. I'm like, I have to buy something. But then I don't buy anything because of that same gut feeling. I don't get that butterflies in the stomach kind of effect. And that makes a whole shopping experience, that makes a whole buying experience, really. When you're that excited about buying this bag and you can't wait to try it on and, you know, take it home and take pictures of it or whatever, it's not the same feeling. So until I get those butterflies, then we'll see what bag I get. Okay, so I'm almost done. I'm at 16 minutes. Fog Breads asks, have you sold anything to Fashion File or The Real Real? If yes, were you satisfied with their payment? Yes, I have sold to Fashion File. I absolutely love Fashion File. I more so stock them to buy instead of selling to them. But I was very, very surprised, very satisfied, not surprised, with the payment that I got. I got fair market value for it, so I really, really like that. As far as The Real Real, although I have bought from The Real Real in the past, I don't like selling to them because I mean, they literally take almost, like, if you have an idea, if you go on eBay and you put in like the bag that you want to get, and you get an idea, let's say it's a bag that's worth $600, right? When you sell it to The Real Real, they literally almost cut that in half. I understand that they have to make a profit. I get that. But to the point where it's almost insulting to want to sell them the bag. I don't know if maybe that's why they have such good deals on their website. I don't know. But it's very disconcerting to get that kind of an offer on your item, especially when you know how much you paid for the item. Another one that if you're thinking about selling your items, that I have recently been using is actually Yogi's Closet. They gave me more than what I thought I would get for the bag that I was selling, and I was pleasantly surprised with how quickly they send you the money, and you can either choose to sell it to them or not, and they always give you two different kinds of a quote. They'll give you the lowest quote and the highest quote possible that you can get for your item, and every single time that I've sold something, it's actually been the highest quote, you know, price that I got. So I was very, very, very happy with Yogi's Closet. So out of the two, Fashion File and Yogi's Closet, I would recommend those if you guys are thinking about selling an item. Have you ever, and Fog Breads also asks, have you seen the new Tiffany T line of jewelry? Are you kidding me? I love it. I am obsessed with it. I got the new catalog and it's been blowing up on my email because I get notifications from Tiffany, and I really, really like it. Although it does show some kind of similarity to Hermes and the bracelets that they have. But some of the rings for the new Tiffany line, I literally am obsessed. I love the look of them. I absolutely love them. So that's probably another thing I want to add to my wish list. I swear, this wish list is like not like, it never goes away. Just when I think, okay, I'm done, no more bags. Yeah, right. They reel you back in. Okay, so the very last question that I will answer is from Celine Wolf. Where have you traveled, and what are your favorite U.S. cities you've been to? I guess you could say my husband and I have traveled quite a bit. Not so much so outside of the country. We've been to, obviously, Paris. We've been to the Bahamas. We've been to Cabo San Lucas. I think that's the only places outside of the U.S. that we've been. As far as the U.S., oh man, we've been everywhere. We've been to Honolulu, Hawaii. We've been to Maui. We've been to Miami, obviously New Orleans, Nevada, Las Vegas, Nevada, obviously because it's so close to my state. Arizona, Utah, Colorado, never New Mexico. I really want to go to New Mexico. And nowhere back east, really, which is really where I want to go the most, between Boston and New York City. And I really want to go to the Carolinas, both obviously North and South Carolina. And I don't know. There's quite a bit of places that I want to go in the U.S. And we were 10 miles from Oregon because we were going up to Oregon, and the freeway or the road to get there was closed for like 8 or 9 hours, and to go back you had to go back it was a nightmare. So hence we didn't get to go to Oregon. I really wanted to go because I love the scenery, the green, I like how green it is. I like the fact that it rains a lot, and obviously because I don't like how dry Southern California is. So definitely I wish I would have gotten to go to Oregon, but like I said, not too many places, but we've had a blast traveling where we have traveled. And next on the agenda is obviously Italy, and I'm so excited to go, so we'll see how that goes. But that concludes our Minks Monday Q&A. Thank you guys so much for all the wonderful questions that you guys have asked me. Like I said, I have quite a bit more that I will be tackling next week, so if you're interested and if you guys want to ask me any questions at all, it doesn't have to be Louis Vuitton related or Chanel related or anything. It could be absolutely anything. I'll be more than happy to answer them here. And as I said before, thank you guys so much for all the questions, and thank you for hanging out with me for 21 minutes. I'm sorry I made it so long. And yeah. Oh, but before I forget, what do you guys think of my makeup? I'm using the new Urban Decay Basics palette. So I really don't have that much color on my eyes, what I would normally have. And I have a really nude lip from Too Faced that I really like. What do you guys think? I kind of like it. I like how simple it looks. But anyways, that's all I have for you guys, and I will see you later this week. And as always, make it a fabulous day or not. The choice is yours. Have a great day, you guys.